the jam and making it big for YouTube.
Thank you. Thank you for prying yourselves away from the Olympics for a little bit to come out and see some comedy.
Yes.
Yeah, Olympic fans, all right.
Yes.
Am I the only one who thinks that the women's figure skating should only be on Cinemax, though? Like after midnight? I do not feel comfortable watching that with my mom in the room. They're like skating around backwards with their little skirts flying up. That's all it is, as far as I can tell. And spinning around in circles. Whew. That is not appropriate for network television.
Mama, get a little bad.
I like you. Happy. This is my 7 minutes, dude, all right? I like to rock this style because it appears like I've just been working or doing something important. It also shows you how little work a man has to do to appear dressed up. Like, all I have to do is tie this and tuck this in, and I'm good to go anywhere. You know? That's just teamwork. That's teamwork that we men have put in. That's not sexism or the patriarchy. That's teamwork. Look around the room here at the men tonight. Can you see this collective bar that we've all lowered for each other? This dude right here is wearing a hoodie. Out on Saturday night. Represent. Thank you. The team. Right? You know, you have to take... If you're a woman, you have to take like half an hour just to leave the house. Anytime. Like, how long did it take you to get ready tonight? No, not you. Her.
30 minutes.
30 minutes, right? Yeah. And maybe you started getting ready like on Thursday. Get the nails done. Do some hair. I was in the coffee shop staring at the window high the other day, looking at this word artisanal really closely. Have you ever done that? It says art is anal. I'm like, how deep does this go? Is that why there's so many good gay artists? Yes. It's not just a coincidence, right? It's not just a coincidence. The English language has a lot of coincidences. People take it very seriously. Like, when two words rhyme, people feel that that's very important, right? You can almost win any argument if you just rhyme. You can have a very, very good discussion and cite statistics about, like, for example, like prison populations, right? You're like, look, we need to reduce crime. All the statistics say less sentences is better. If you did the crime, you gotta do the time. Boom, you're done. You can't argue with that. What is that? I was sitting here, my cousin visited from Boston, and we went to a comedy show. We're sitting in the front row. Comics like, are you two dating? They're like, no, we're just cousins. Yeah, you know what's coming, right? He's like, incest is the best. I'm just gonna assume that you're just saying this because it rhymes, and not because you're fucking your mom. Like, I don't get it. Of course, the greatest example of the power of rhyme of all time is the O.J. Simpson trial. The first O.J. Simpson trial. They've got the bloody glove, the DNA evidence, 1 in 700 million chance or whatever. He puts the glove on his hand. It's not like he has tiny Donald Trump hands or something like that. The glove is on the hand. I mean, it's on the hand, but his motherfucking lawyer is rhyming. Can't stop it. I'm gonna go get some way too big shoes, some way too big gloves, and rob a bank. And then get MC Hammer or some other broke-ass rapper to represent me. Your Honor, for my closing argument, I'd like to bring out MC Hammer. Music hits me so hard, makes me say, oh my God, if the shoe don't fit, Zach didn't do it. I rest my case, Your Honor. Damn.
It worked.
Get away with anything now. You guys, I have a confession to make. I have a little bit of an ESPN addiction. I read everything on ESPN. I can't stop. I read this story about this guy who paid for his Green Bay Packers tickets by giving blood every 2 weeks. And then he goes to the doctor and finds out that he has this like hyperactive heart with too much blood in his body, and the only reason he's alive is because he's been giving blood every 2 weeks. I imagine myself, so that I'm fantasizing right away, like, oh my God, one day one of my bad habits will save my life. I'll be in the doctor, right? Getting my prostate checked out. He's ready to go in with the glove, right? He's in there, feeling around, right? And then, I'm just gonna test your imaginations real quick. If I just like, if I do something with my hand, put it in my mouth, would that bother you guys?
No. Do it.
All right, I'm gonna wash my hands. Wash my hands with some imaginary soap.
Don't do it.
Use some Purell and stuff, clean them off. There we go. Put the gloves back in the biohazard container. Now I'm good to finish this joke. Where was I? Where was I? Oh, yeah, fingers in the butt. Feeling around. And he's like, oh my God, Zach, you shouldn't be alive right now. You have a hyperactive prostate. This thing should have exploded years ago. The only way you could possibly have survived this long is by masturbating 5 times a day. Basically, porn has saved my life.
Yeah!